What's up, everyone? My name is Gary, and today we're exploring a fascinating bluff that includes 3 really interesting geological stops. So yeah, let's get right into it. So this rock here that looks like a shark's fin has some really unique little features in it. There's pebbles embedded within this rock. I think they call this a conglomerate rock, which is just sandstone and pebbles and bunch of other stuff that's been compacted. This layer here is about this thick in this rock. So this area is a really cool place. It's got this almost like mud looking rock on it. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's a limestone or if it's just like a mudstone or something like that. But it's porous, it is light, and it's really hard to break. So even though it looks very fragile, it's not. So it runs through this layer here, but it almost looks like the sandstone and this stone maybe formed at the same time. Maybe the sandstone pushed down into it as it was being compressed. Yeah, so if you know anything about this rock, or could put me in touch with anyone that knows anything about this rock, it would be appreciated so I can figure out the story of how this area formed. So yeah, we're gonna head on to our next area. This is probably the creepiest entranceway I've ever been in. So on the camera, it looks like there's 2 eyes and I'm standing in its mouth. But when you're actually here and you can see it with both your eyes, it doesn't quite look that way. It's the camera compression into 2D. But yeah, this is interesting. There's 2 rocks wedged up in here that's making the eyes. And the mouth is just these 2 separated rocks here. I'm going to show you some videos of up above here. Just all this crumbly rock that is just unstable. So behind the camera, there's this big rock jutting out. And it looks like it could shift at any time. Where I've got my light set up right in front of the camera, there is a rock that looks like it's fell down here recently. Yeah, overall, this is the coolest entranceway that I've been in, even though it is also the most creepiest entranceway. So I'll probably use this as the thumbnail for this video. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Woo. So this is what I wanted you to see right here. This is the largest imprint of a tree that I've seen. So this is a good, oh gosh, you can see it goes right up here. So maybe 2.5 foot. And that is just super cool. I mean, you can see the layers of the imprint. Just right above it is another cool little formation. Now this looks like it may be a pine bark, but it's got this really latticed type shape. And it's probably a hand's width there. If I can get close to it. I don't think I can get any close to it just because of the way it's perched up there. But yeah. Yeah, right here's some wood. Or imprints of wood. Yep. We've got some wood imprints right here. This here is like slate. I am not for sure. I mean, it is paper thin. It does not feel like rock. Got some more here. More there. More there. I don't know if you can see it very well from this vantage point, but right around there, there's some really cool tree impressions, wood impressions. Now I'm zoomed in, and yeah, that just looks like almost like a tree branch there. Although it just may be separated, they may have been laying on top of each other. Just not for sure. But yeah, that's the best impression of a branch that I've seen also. So what we got here is a pretty good imprint of a tree. Right there. And just right across there is that other imprint of that tree. And that's where I came out of the bluff a minute ago. Yeah, and I want to show you how just plain this looks from the top. Got some more here. Yeah, so this is the top of it. Pretty average. You know, you wouldn't really notice anything going on in here unless you stopped and took a look. So, yeah. Go around here. Now this is one of the secondary ways up that I filmed. Right here. And we'll go around here. I'm going to show you the top of the main entrance way that I come through. Right there. Rotten rock. Right there. So yeah, that's the other side of the bluff. And this is the bluff that I was following. Because it looks like some of this may have continued out through here, but over time, maybe it's eroded. I don't know. It's really neat. So we'll come around this way. Oh yeah. Some rocks here. Right there's the bottom of the passageway. All crumbly, and that's what I crossed over the top just a minute ago. Yeah, maybe not the safest thing. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa. All right, so this rock that was right here almost fell on me. This rock right here. And if this would have fell on me, I would be in a load of trouble. Oh man, that's scary. Yeah, I'm kind of bummed that I disturbed it from where it was at. So I don't want to, you know, change the area. But you can see, I can feel just how much of this rock was in the ground, or on that ledge, and it was pretty much up to here that it was up on that ledge. So that means the rest of this was just hanging over the ledge. And I'm probably pretty sure I've got a photo or a film of it resting on that ledge. I'll just have to go back and check. So yeah, that was super sketchy, super scary. Yeah, I'm gonna have to calm down here a little bit before I start filming again. What I think happened is I was crossing this rock and I was using this to get around it because I knew there was a rock up here. So I think my backpack scooted across it, or maybe my water bottle there scooted across it, and that was enough to make it shift. And I'm not going to spend a whole lot more time down here because that was just way too close. Yeah, so I'm going to get out of here pretty quick. All right, that is it. Thank you for watching this video. And yeah, this was a really cool area. I think I've used that cool and awesome too many times on this video, but yeah, it was really nice. How's that? It was a really nice area. So yeah, so we had that incident with the rock falling. Yeah, that's scary. That's stuff I can't plan for. You know, I take risk, and I know I take risk, and those things where you can't plan for, where you slip on a rock or a rock tries to murder you. Yeah, luckily everything turned out all right. I do think, you know, somebody was looking over me. I am very blessed. So yeah, scary incident, but what are you going to do? If nothing happens, you know, you learn from your mistake and you keep on going. My backpack that's in front of the camera here apparently swiped that rock, and it was just hanging there, just barely. So you saw me try to pick it up. Yeah, if that thing would have hit me on the side of the leg or the thigh, or on the foot, it would have totally demolished me. Yeah, pretty scary stuff, but what can you do? You just move forward, you know. Look at it, move forward. That's with a lot of life, you know. Bad things do happen. What are you going to do? What is your response to those bad things happening? I think that's what life is about, is getting through it and, you know, learning. I don't think I'll be coming back here ever again. If I do, it'll be just looking into it and not going through it. It is too dangerous now to go through, in my opinion. After seeing that rock fall, there are things just waiting to shift there. So any little thing that may cause it to shift, you know, I couldn't have survived one of those big ones coming down. That would have been bad. That would have been the end. Yeah, those wood imprints, those were the best ones I've seen. I know about 3 other areas where I've seen rock imprints, but none of them were this big. None of them were this big. I mean, that one on the side of that rock was probably about that big, and that wide. Yeah, I haven't seen those before, so that was really cool. Now, I once had a reader of one of my websites comment that they like my photos, but they would never come down here. I think they were from up north, Chicago, because of the New Madrid fault line. And I thought to myself, what a way to live life, to have something that is, you know, obscure, meaning that when's it going to go off next? Is it to live your life in fear of something that might happen, that the probability is pretty low? Yeah, my hope for you is that you don't live in fear, that you take risks, but you're aware of the risks too. So you can get out there and explore maybe not so much by yourself like I do in these videos. I mean, I have this Garmin InReach where I keep in contact with my family. My brother knows where I am at this point right now because he can look it up, and I've talked to him, texted him, and he knows that I'm right here. So, yeah. So I've tried to mitigate the risk of that. If that rocket fell on me, I would be in serious trouble. But someone would know where I was. Not to mean that it would have ended up, badly, but somebody would have known where I was. And, I hate to put that on someone to come and find me and to drag me out of there. I don't want that to happen. I don't wish that on anybody. I don't wish on risking the people that would come out here and get me. I don't want their life to be at risk because I'm, climbing rocks and filming stuff like that. But with saying that, there is a risk of an earthquake. And what are you going to do about that risk of an earthquake? Are you going to hide in a shelter all your life? Are you going to get out there and explore and to live with that knowledge in the back of your head something could happen? But how is that going to affect my life? Something that might happen, how should that affect my life? So I can't recommend you come to these places like this. I can't recommend that you go solo, but my hope for you is to just live. So yeah, I hope you like this video. I hope I've earned your thumbs up for this one. So please give me a thumbs up. And yeah, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe because that keeps all of this moving. So yep, that's the end. I'll see you next week, and thanks for watching.